Hi again, everyone. It's a fresh edition of Weather for Weather Geeks, the Valley's most in-depth weather video, and boy, we have a ton to talk about again this evening, so let's get right to it. We're going to cover the warmth, the rain, the snow, the wind, the cold, and then we'll take a look at Thanksgiving, and we'll take a look at the month of December as well. Pretty impressive fog out there this morning, as expected. It got pretty thick. Here's a time-lapse from Niles, right by the Eastwood Mall. And the fog lasted until about mid-morning, and then it was gone, and the sky was nice and blue this afternoon. It was a beautiful afternoon with lots and lots of sunshine. That helped us out in the temperature department. It's up to about 57 today. That's 9 degrees above the average. 64 in Cleveland, 61 in Pittsburgh. Actually, we were one of the cool spots across the region today, thanks to the fog this morning. Now, look at the temperature gradient setting up across the middle of the country. We've got a whopper of a cold front moving through here with temperatures in the 50s in Dodge City, Kansas, 71 in Wichita. So there's the front right there. And it's turning cold in the northern plains, but it's a late November or mid-November evening, and it's 76 degrees in St. Louis. So yeah, this is a whale of a front moving through the middle of the country. Now we do have snow breaking out on the cold side of the storm from Denver up through Rapid City, and then heading over into parts of the Dakotas and into Minnesota as well, where there is a blizzard warning in that kind of orangish color west of Minneapolis, and then heading over into eastern South Dakota, southeastern North Dakota. So not only a big snowstorm for them, but a wind-driven snow, and therefore a blizzard warning. All right, tomorrow is the day we've all been waiting for. Today was nice. Tomorrow will be a 5-star day, 10-star day. 70 degrees tomorrow, record 72. We're going to come close to it, obviously. Be a little bit of a gusty breeze that develops in the afternoon, but it is a wall-to-wall sunny Friday. Enjoy it. It's probably the last day like that we're going to have for the rest of this year and probably until next spring. So enjoy it if you can. If you can get outdoors tomorrow, take advantage of it. Please do if you can. All right, the first thing we're going to see Saturday is rain. Our cold front's going to roll through right around daybreak to maybe 8, 9 o'clock. Of course, it'll be warm enough for just rain. Once this band of rain pushes through, I think there's probably a lull in the action for at least a few hours, right around midday, where we're between the rain, but the cold air hasn't really pushed the snow in just yet. So I think there will be a little lull in the action where the temperatures are dropping, the wind is howling, but it's not really precipitating much. But that'll come to an end before the afternoon is through. Towards sunset, a rain and a wet snow shower coming in, and once we get past sunset and farther into the evening, the temperature profile in the atmosphere will support nothing but snow. You can forget about any rain. So bands of lake effect, lake-enhanced snow showers setting up then for Saturday night into Sunday. Now, is it going to snow the whole time? No. This is lake effect, and you know how these things go. Bands will wobble around, and occasionally the sun might try to peek out here and there between the bands. But you can go from having decent visibility to very low visibility in a matter of seconds in these lake effect bands sometimes. So particularly the farther north and east you are, away from Youngstown, closer to the snow belt, your chances of seeing some blinding squalls will go up. Notice our isobars are packed together here on Sunday. It's going to be a very windy day. Saturday's going to be very windy as well. But all weekend there could be gusts up to 35 miles per hour. All right, let's take a look at some of our modeling here. This is for Vienna, where the airport is. Notice our models are clustered here at or below 2 inches. For parts of southern Trumbull County, you head over into Mercer County and notice the lines go up, introducing the idea of some higher amounts over into eastern parts of Mercer County. So these are the models for Mercer. The green line is the RPM model, which doesn't go all the way out through the run here, so that's why it looks kind of weird. Also, the NAM doesn't go clear out to Monday just yet, so that's why that orange line sort of tails off at the end, because the model can't see that far out. Here's our official forecast. Put this out this afternoon. All right, obviously, highest amounts in the traditional lake effect areas from Geauga County through Ashtabula County, heading over towards Crawford County, Erie County, up into southwestern New York, Chautauqua and Cattaraugus counties. This is, the same areas that we see over and over again in the winter that get slammed with snow. There's a reason why they average 100 inches of snow in southwest New York, because of events like this one. So that's where the lollipop is, 7+ inches from Crawford County up towards Jamestown. Now, in our viewing area, here's what we went out with. A large area of 1 to 3 inches. And this covers from Saturday night through Sunday night. So not the biggest accumulation in the world. It's not going to all come at one time. Again, some places will get a half an inch to an inch. Some places will get 2 or 3. It just depends on where the bands want to wobble around. But the highest chance of more than 3 will be in the far northern reaches of Trumbull and into northern and eastern Mercer County. So places like Greenville, New Lebanon, Mercer, maybe as far south as Grove City. That's where you have the higher odds of seeing more than a couple inches of snow, maybe 3, 4, 5. Farther south you are, I think, you're going to be lucky if you get a half an inch to an inch in Lisbon and Guilford and Salineville, Calcutta, East Liverpool, Hanoverton, places like that. So, this is a pretty standard issue setup. We see this a lot of times in the winter, this kind of map. I show this kind of a snowfall map a lot in the winter in lake effect kind of events. All right, so travel forecast for the weekend and into Monday. I think roads will just be wet Saturday morning and afternoon. And even while the snow starts flying in earnest by Saturday evening, things should be primarily still pretty wet. Temperatures will be still above freezing. The ground is warm, even though the sun will have set. The ground is still pretty warm and with temperatures in the mid-30s. Most things will just be wet Saturday evening, but especially secondary roads, and if there's a couple of heavier bands, it might turn a little slushy in some spots Saturday evening. I suspect the worst travel conditions would be late Saturday night and throughout the course of Sunday. Sunday is a day where we're hardly going to get above freezing, and these lake effects snow showers and squalls can lead to some road issues, particularly, again, the farther north and east you are. And by Monday morning, I think we're just left with flurries, and road conditions should be just fine for the balance of Monday. So impacts, even though this isn't the kind of situation that's going to produce a tremendous amount of snow, it's a high-impact event because it's going to be 70 degrees tomorrow, and then all of a sudden the wind chill is going to be 20 on Sunday. So the wind, a high-impact thing, moderate to high anyway. Same thing with the temperatures, just simply because it's such a wild change. I'm putting the snow in the moderate impact category again. I don't think this is a real high-impact snow event for most of us. It's just noteworthy because of the 70-degree reading tomorrow, and then it's the first one of the year. As I've said a couple of times, if this were February and we'd already seen 8 snow events so far in the season, this would be, small potatoes in the grand scheme of things. All right, real quick word about the wind chills and temperatures. The wind chills are over there on the map. And above my head, the air temperature and the wind. By Saturday afternoon, wind chills closer to 30, southwest winds 15 to 20, 25 with some higher gusts. And these numbers Sunday are just no fun at all. I mean, wind chills Sunday morning in the teens, air temperatures close to 30, not much better Sunday afternoon. Wind chills 20 or so, air temperatures barely above freezing, wind howling out of the northwest, 15 to 25 with some higher gusts. Let me hop out of this and show you a little GFS model action here for next week. All right, again, flurries into Monday morning. Anybody wishing for a school delay on Monday, I can't rule it out over in Mercer County, but for the rest of us, I don't think there's much of a chance of that. We're going to dry things out then, and it'll be chilly into Tuesday. Big travel day, well, in fact, traditionally one of the busiest travel days of the year, coming up on Wednesday, the day before Thanksgiving. And anybody traveling locally, heading to Grandma's house, or maybe taking a short flight around the region, not expecting any wintry problems. I think there could be some rain showers on Wednesday. And Thanksgiving Day itself looking similar. Now, if you believe the GFS verbatim, it's a chilly day, and could there be some wet snowflakes trying to mix in with rain showers? Yeah, that's possible. It doesn't look like a very nice day. But this is just one model, one run of one model for the Thanksgiving forecast. Be sure and check the forecast often over the next several days because we'll fine-tune things. As it looks now, looks pretty chilly, but not particularly wintry for the holiday. All right, fresh, hot off the presses this evening, our latest European model extended forecast. We're going to take a quick look at December here. Pretty chilly pattern overall heading into December. Here's the 7 to 14 day outlook. Notice the blue colors in the east. Looks pretty cool. But then as we go into the medium range, here's days 11 to 18, 14 to 21. You're not seeing a whole lot of abnormal cold. In fact, it looks kind of mild once again across a lot of Canada and a lot of the central and eastern U.S. This is 18 to 25. Now, as we get a little closer to Christmas on this latest run of the model, it does show more widespread cold weather coming into the central and eastern U.S. Here's days 25 to 32, right around Christmas time. There are signals on this particular model anyway that it may be pretty cold. But this model, like any model that goes out this far, has a spotty track record, so we shall see. I think that December overall could be a stormy month, but that doesn't necessarily mean snowy. It just means more precipitation. So we will see. All right, over 10 minutes. That's long enough. Thanks for watching Weather for Weather Geeks tonight. See you tonight after football on 21 News at 11:30ish, hopefully.